hit him in the back of the head. Every time he threw one out, 3 came back in. Pretty soon it was getting deeper and deeper. He was standing on top of it, hitting his head on top of the loft, and it was getting worse and worse. Well, about noon, he took a break. Princess came out, took a look at what was going on. Jack, which pitchfork did you choose, Jack? Why, I took the new one, of course. She reached behind her, pulled out the old one. Jack, here, try this pitchfork. Well, he had but thrown 2 forkfuls out. The pitchfork flew out of his hand and commenced cleaning out the barn. Inside of a half hour, that pitchfork had the entire barn emptied out. King came by to inspect the work and said, "My, Jack, you are a good hand at barn cleaning. Well, you have passed all 3 of your tests. Come on back up to the house." He went up to the house and the king said, "So, you want to marry my daughter, do you? Well, let's get on with it." He turned to the back room and said, "Okay, girls, come out." And Jack just about died, because out came 3 princesses. Jack hadn't known there was but one, and they all looked exactly the same. They were wearing heavy shoes, long dress, overcoat, the collar turned up, hat pulled down over their eyes, scarf around their face. Couldn't even see their hands, they had gloves on. He couldn't tell which one was his. He started looking, rubbed his thoughts together for a moment. He said, "Well, if there's one thing I've learned is things around here aren't always what they look like." So he looked real close. He started noticing some little differences. One of them was wearing real new clothes. They were so new they still had the creases in them from how they were packaged. One of them was wearing kind of normal clothes, a little bit worn, but not too bad. The third one looked pretty pitiful. She had ragged clothes with patches on them. They were worn out. He reached out his hand to the one with the ragged clothes, said, "I want this one." She unwrapped her face, and yes, it was his princess. The other 2 unwrapped themselves, and Jack saw that he'd chosen very well, because the one with the new clothes, she was the oldest princess, and he could tell from her face she was mean. She was used to getting her way. She was the oldest. The other one was the middle. She was used to getting hand-me-downs. She wasn't bad, but not too wonderful either. But he had the youngest princess, the kindest, the sweetest. And they were married. And they lived with half of the king's wealth was given to them. And they say that Jack actually decided not to be king because he didn't like telling people what to do. I think he didn't really know what to do himself.